Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima. I recorded the video you're watching in the background back on the... What date did I record this on? I recorded this on the 16th of July, before the PlayStation Mobile Store actually went down, and I'm not entirely sure why I had never got around to deleting it. I guess it was a little bit of nostalgia? But nevertheless, it's a video of me going through the entirety of the PlayStation Mobile Store, just scrolling past all the titles and looking at all the thumbnails. This is actually fairly unscripted, if you couldn't tell. And I never thought I would find a use for this video, and yet for some reason I never decided to delete it. And well, now that it's the 10th of September and PlayStation Mobile games are undownloadable either now or very soon, I figured it'd probably just be a good idea to put this up, because I don't know if there's anyone in particular who has posted a video of this still working, and still having a video from July of this actually working is, well, it's probably rarer than it sounds. So I'm just watching myself from a couple of months back just slowly scroll through all these games, and it's weird how many memories, how many somewhat terrible memories, but how many memories actually come up. It's just strange, that's all. Like, I've played a very large majority of these games. Like, I haven't played all of them, for God's sake. If I ever had to play one of those BP games, I would have killed myself beforehand, but having played a lot of these, it's just a bit weird to just have a look at these games and immediately just have a mental image of what they were like in my head, and knowing that not that many other people are actually going to get to see these games actually work, because not many of these games actually got documented. I mean, I'm probably the most documentary focused person. I probably documented the most PlayStation Mobile games on the planet. I have something like 150 videos, and I still have 30-something that I want to get done, let alone the 14 or so that are on the channel right now, but just haven't been made public yet. I'll leave links to those in the description, because, like, why not at this point, right? So you can watch them now if you want to. But it's just weird thinking about the idea that not everyone is going to get to see what these games were like, and it's a little bit disappointing, honestly, because there were legitimately some really nice games in here, despite the fact that a fair amount of them were actually mobile ports and better mobile games. But nevertheless, it is just a little bit depressing just to scroll through these and see some really promising things that really should have come natively to the Vita, some games that really should have been native on Vita in the first place, so that we didn't have to go through the PlayStation Mobile Store. You might notice me stopping and slowly going through it at some point, but that's because this was actually recorded with a completely different audio track, and that completely different audio track turned out to be terrible, which is why I never uploaded this video in the first place. In fact, this video was like 22 minutes long originally, but I'm going to cut it down to about 10 minutes, because the last 12 minutes is just me fucking around on the store, and you don't really need to see that. But yeah, just, oh god, I just scrolled past Maze and Kenraku, because I'm rendering a video at the same time, so the video hasn't caught up with the audio recording, so you probably would have seen that a minute or so ago. But yeah, jeez. All these games, I mean, god, I really wish I'd taken the opportunity to learn Unity like a year ago, so I could have put something on my own up here. I'm really skilled in Game Maker, if you didn't know, and I mean, like, I've made a lot of games in Game Maker back when I was younger, but fucking fly speed. That bird looks retarded. Nevertheless, it's just really weird to look through these and think about just how they're all basically gone now. I don't know how many of these made it to other platforms, whether they be like, you know, they released the source code, or they bought them out on a different thing, or they're going to release them natively on Vita. It's just strange to think about, honestly. It really is. I mean, Nonageddon, god, I loved that game. For how simplistic it was. It was still surprisingly fun to button mash your way through that. And there's Aqua Kitty. Like, why did we never get a native version of Super Crate Box? Like, I'm so confused. Why did we never get a native version of that? That's so disappointing. Also, bloody brain training games, a ton of BP ones that cost $5.50. Ugh. Yeah, it's just so strange to think about. I hope that the effort I did put in to try and at least archive some of what these games were was appreciated by some people, because for those of you who don't know, I'm a bit of a historian at heart. I'm a bit like a data archivist, and I mean, while I can't archive every single game here, at least I got something to show that PlayStation Mobile did exist and did actually have some interesting ideas about it. It's really disappointing just to see it die, really. Disappointing that we can't download any of these anymore. I was hoping that that Rejuvenate hack, whatever it was, would allow people to get the games like DRM free or something like that, so that they would be able to play them without having to worry about the PlayStation Mobile DRM. But that didn't actually happen, unfortunately, so unfortunately we're kind of stuck with, well, all of these. All of these games that we have evidence of them existing, but we just... We have evidence of them existing, but we just don't get to play them anymore, which is really the most disappointing thing of it all. We know they're there, and we can see all of them. We just don't get to play them anymore. And yes, I do actually scroll through the apps. Yes, I did download Fanny Pixel Paint. Don't ask. But it's still just, yeah. I don't really have anything else to say, so I'm just going to let the rest of the video play out. It stops at about 10 minutes, so... Yep. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.